Knives, knives, and more knives. It's just a Titan thing, I guess. Hello, my lovely monsters. I am Fasa the Silver Chimera, and I've returned with the last build of this episode. Throw so many knives that you'll make your hunter friends blush. Let's get to it. Part 1. The weapon. We're using the exotic auto rifle Monte Carlo, which comes with the perks Monte Carlo Method. Dealing damage with this weapon reduces your melee cooldown and grants a chance to fully charge your melee ability with each kill. Markov Chain. This weapon gains increased damage from melee kills and kills with this weapon. Melee kills grant ammo for this weapon. And finally, we have the Catalyst Stochastic Vengeance. I hope I'm saying that right. At 5 stacks of Markov Chain, long press the reload button switches between your melee attack and the Monte Carlo's bayonet. Landing a bayonet melee hit grants melee energy. This is a classic weapon, and if you want melee energy, it really can't be beat. Part 2, the armor. We're wearing the exotic gauntlets Wishful Ignorance. These come with the perk Wish Dragon's Talons. Gain an additional Frenzy Blade charge. Frenzy Blade and Flechette Storm briefly increase their damage with each strike. Pulses from your Banner of War return melee energy based on the number of allies healed. I really like these arms personally. I have a lot of fun with Flechette Storm, and more melee charges is always nice. But let's crank it up a notch, shall we? Part 3, Class and Mods. We're on Berserker, and for the grenade, I recommend the Grapple because it gives us another punch. And it lets us move around faster. For our aspects, first up is Banner of War. Defeat a target with a melee attack, finisher, or sword to raise a Banner of War that pulses with energy, periodically healing nearby allies and increasing melee and sword damage. Targets defeated by you and nearby allies charge the banner, increasing the speed of its pulses. Then we have Flechette Storm. While sliding, activate your charged melee ability to leap into the air, knocking nearby targets away and dealing damage. While airborne, activate your charged melee again to launch a cluster of damaging, unraveling projectiles. Repeatedly activating melee will chain additional throws. Moving to our fragments, Thread of Warning. Picking up an Orb of Power grants Woven Mail, -10 to Resilience. Thread of Transmutation, while you have Woven Mail, final weapon blows create a tangle, +10 to Strength. Thread of Generation, dealing damage generates grenade energy, -10 to Discipline. Thread of Fury, damaging targets with a tangle grants melee energy, -10 to Strength. With this, we will have Woven Mail for damage reduction, Banner of War for non-stop healing, and we'll be able to throw knives like they're going out of style. Plus, Flechette Storm will fill the room with wiggly woos. It's amazing. Moving to our artifact mods, Overload Auto Rifle for Monty, Authorized Mod Charged Up and Elemental Charge for the discount on those mods, Elemental Siphon so Monty can make more tangles, Threaded Blast to turn tangles into mini nukes if you have a Strand weapon on you, Sustained Fire for more damage resistance, Targeting Autoloader to increase Monty's damage even more, and finally, of course, Shield Crush to give us more melee damage and to get our melees back even faster. As always, use whatever fits your playstyle and the content that you're running. Moving to our armor mods, on the head, Hands On for super energy, and Kinetic Siphon for orb generation. On the arms, Heavy Handed for more orb generation, momentum transfer, and impact reduction for ability energy. On the chest, 3 charged up mods because why the hell not? On the legs, 2 kinetic surge mods to crank the damage up even more, an elemental charge because there's lots of tangles to break and shoot. Finally, on the class item, Reaper for more orb generation and 2 time dilations to extend our damage buff. This build is perfect for aggressive players. You simply need to punch, stab, or any other form of Titan violence to get Banner of War started. After that, you just start throwing knives like crazy. Due to our exotic arms, the knives actually do an impressive amount of damage. And if you're doing anything with a group of players, you will get them back even faster due to Banner of War's healing pulse, giving you more melee energy. And that's not even to mention Monte Carlo just giving you your melee back all the time. It's wonderful, I promise. But now I have to talk about the most important of any Destiny build. Part 4, the fashion. This is the outfit, and I dig it. The arms have a unique fusion of bone and tech, which I like, but it was very hard to find things that matched. So I decided to kind of mix the two. I used the Apex Draconic Helm for a bit of organic and dragon, then I used the Seeds Break chest and legs to give it more angles and mechanical flair. Then I used the Anthematic Invocation mark for a pinch more dragon. Finally, I used the Avalon Teal shader to match the Monte Carlo ornament I was using. I think this outfit is loud, proud, and aggressive. Kind of like the build if you think about it. So henceforth, this build will be known as Dragon Method, because a dragon fears nothing. Charge into the battlefield and rend them all asunder. Leave them broken and confused, because they do not understand the method to your madness. So, that's the build. What do you think of the loadout? What do you think of the outfit? Are there any suggestions you'd make? Talk to me in the comment section below. If you don't know what to say, how about dragon? That feels appropriate. If you want more of my builds, I have a playlist right here. And if you want some lore to pass the time or fall asleep to, I have some lore readings right here. So feel free to check those out. Shout out to all the new subscribers. Welcome, and I hope you enjoy your stay. If you could do me a favor and tongue punch the subscribe button in the brown eye, that would be awesome. Thank you. I am Fasa the Silver Chimera, and I hope you're having a joyous day despite the world trying to tear you down. I will see all of you beautiful monsters next time.